And more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way.
Who would have thought it made 80 years old? And who would have thought we had this many friends? Completely unbelievable you've made it, Chapel. Big round of applause for Chapel, I think, for making it. And a big round of applause for all of you for putting up with him. Because I know, having known him this long, it's bloody difficult sometimes. And particularly his gorgeous, lovely wife, Jo. God, you were so lucky there, Chapel, I can't tell you, mate. You won the lottery that day you met her. Now, I'm just going to... That's okay. Now, actually, Joe's going to start, because he's going to say a little poem about Roger and his life. It'll be quite a long one, I think. 80.
Did you write it on the screen? I wrote it on the screen. Okay, this little ode to my husband. Roger Chapel, what a life. Fabulous friends and a wonderful wife. He is the guy who's had it all, the tennis court and the swimming pool. Rugby trips, he's been on plenty, rode for Kingston when he was 20. Some things I could tell you would make you shiver, like whitewater rafting on the Zambezi River.
Remember that?
He's played golf in Bermuda, pétanque in France, and skied in Europe whenever he had the chance. Many years at Chapels of Chelsea, with Mr. Nicholas at the helm. Now both deservedly retired, the happiest Welshman in the realm. He has 3 lovely children. Daughter Kate is here today. Gareth and Kate couldn't make it because there's a granddaughter on the way.
Yay!
Page 2. One surprise I had scheduled, Roger, this is your life, to introduce his ex-girlfriend and indeed his ex-wife. I fear unfortunately there wouldn't be time because at the last count there was 29. So best wishes, Mr. Chapel. You bring us so much laughter and fun. So let's raise our glasses to the 80-year-old who thinks he's 21.
Okay, how old am I? I'm at the age where I look at things more calmly, but also with more interest. At my age, dreams are becoming kinder, and aspirations and illusions turn into hope. I'm at the age where love is at times a crazy flame, eager to be consumed in a fire of desire and passion. And I was trying a few figures. And at other times, it's a river of peace, like a sunset on the beach. How old am I? I don't have to count the times where my desires were fulfilled, all the tears that I cried along the way when I saw my dreams being destroyed. I value them more than that. It does not matter if I'm 20, 60 or 80. What matters is the age that I feel. I'm at an age where I can live freely and without fears, follow my path without anxiety, and carry on with the experience that I have acquired and the strength of my desires. How old am I? It is nobody's business. I am old enough to live life without any worries and to do what I want and what I feel like.
Thank you, Andy. Big round of applause for Andy. Fantastic. Now, I asked a few people to say some kind words about Roger, and I found it incredibly difficult. I went round the room and asked loads and loads and loads of people, and I've had to revert some from people from Surrey who, haven't seen him in the last few years, so they've only got good memories of him. So we're going to start with Bill Davison. Where's Billy?
Good evening, everyone. I cannot believe I've got the shift after the two we've just heard. It's a graveyard shift. I wanted to say just a couple of things. I'll be really quick. There is, maybe not to all of us, but an amazing array of friends and family here in honour of you, Rog. And this started as it was going to be a secret, and there was going to be 20, and then there was 40 and 50 and 100. And I'm going to ask you just to take a drink with me, because we are the lucky ones to be here sharing this amazing evening with Rog. And all of us can think of somebody that would like to be here, that can't be here. So can we have a drink for them? Now I wanted to thank Rog and Graham indeed for employing me as a teenager at Chapels in Chelsea, and I'm going to share with you, it's 35 years ago since I was doing removals. I'm still arriving at every house I go to, including this one, going, how the fuck did they get that table down those stairs? If anyone can help me with that, I'd really appreciate it. I've got one story, and I just wanted to link something where I think, is there anyone else that I've known in 50 odd years that would take this action or say these words the way that Roger did? And I don't think there's anyone that I've met would have done this. And this is when Roger was chasing Joe. I think it was probably that way around. Looking at the two of you now. Roger and Joe were at the very, very first stages of courting / harassing. And we were in Las Vegas. It's a true story. We're in Las Vegas, and Roger's got somewhere between the first stages of mobile phones trying to connect with. There's Joe's in Vegas as well. We've got to find this lady. She's amazing. She's perfect for me. She's going to be the one. We've got to find this lady. I said, I better find her. Well, we've got no phone number. You know what? This is also a true story, because I'm like, I fact checked this. It fucking was you. Don't interrupt again. Anyway, some of us may have been lucky enough to have been to Vegas. Vegas is full of hotels with not 100 rooms or 200 rooms, 3,000 rooms. We turn up this hotel. Roger's like, Joe is definitely in this hotel. She is definitely in this hotel. You don't interrupt as well. That's your birthday. Right, Rog, what's her surname? Let's start there. Dunno. Let's just go to reception. We'll ask there. They can help us out. Go to reception. I'm looking for Joe. Sorry, sir, I can't help you. No, she's English. She's really pretty. She's day high. She's blonde. You know, Joe. Where is she? Not getting anywhere. starts to get, he's got a little, not a temper, but there is an edge there. Give me the guest book. Give me the guest book. We'll have a look through. I'll go through all the Joe's service, 3,000 rooms here, like that. And there's a secret button under the desk, and she's pushing the button. Security arriving. Anyway, I'm so pretty sure we didn't find Joe that evening, but I am so happy that you did. And we are here, and I want to echo Tony's words. If the day she said yes, I should have bought a fucking Euro Millions. It was incredible. I started with friends and family that we're all here, and those that can't be here. And I want to finish with that because.
Get a grip, Bill.
That's why Morgie's a friend of mine. So toughen up, you silly bastard. We talk a lot about friends and family, and I'm very, very blessed. I feel very blessed to be here because sometimes friends merge across that divide into family. And Roger, you're one of those. So thank you very much.
Yes, Billy!
Dangerous man. You all know him. I'm sorry, we were down at Brighton. We were having a pretty shit season. We hadn't won a game. And we go down to Brighton and we win the game 12-3. And it's a windswept, muddy mess. And our scrum half, I think it was Graham Harkett at the time, 3 drop goals from scrum half, which was quite an event anyway. So after the game, we go into the changing room and we had Chris Kersey, who some of you will know was a prop. And he said, hey, Chris, he always talk like that. He said, God blimey, he said, he's having sex for the first time. And Chaffee turned around and said, if the first time you had sex lasted 80 minutes, mate, you're a better man than me. And then eventually I ended up working for Chapel because all my sensible work came to an end. And working for Roger was a bit of a bloody adventure every day. It was a combination of careful planning, 10%, and disorganised chaos, 90%. Listen, we have some witnesses. Andy worked there as well. You know, you can argue as much as you like. That's a pretty accurate description.
100%.
But on a serious note, about 25 years ago, my life went a bit tits up. And I lodged with Roger, and he sorted me out. And I'm not forgot that.
While Roger was into the barbers and asking for something for the weekend. For the younger viewers, that's something to do with birth control, I think. Anyway, we move on 10 years, and all Surrey Removals is going strong. But Roger's bored. He wants something else to do. What should we do, he thinks? I know what we'll do. We'll open a restaurant. As you would. So, flicking through Dalton's Weekly, he finds an auction for a hotel and restaurant near Reading, selling off all their equipment. Roger says, this is a great idea. Let's get up there, buy all their stuff. We can open a restaurant, no problem at all. Do it on the cheap. Great. So into the car, it was a nice white Rover 2000. Very smart. Climbed with myself, Roger, and Boris. Off we go down the M4, get to the auction early, up to the front seats. Roger gives his name and telephone number to the auctioneer. Up comes the first item. It was a lot of mats with Churchill written on them. I say to Roger, Churchill, Roger, a great name for a restaurant. Buy those, get them on the cheap, and call it Churchill's back in Surbiton. Yes, says Roger, we'll have those. Up goes his hands, we get them. A few lots later, come some optics. And then Boris says, optics, you want those, Rog? Gin and tonics, that kind of stuff? Yes, says Rog, we'll have those too. Up goes his hand, we get those as well. Thirdly, glasses come forward. Beer glasses, wine glasses, drinking glasses, all sorts of glasses. Roger says, we need those glasses. Up goes his hand, we get those as well. At this moment, the three of us look at each other and think, what the fuck are we doing here? We all started to laugh. I fell off the chair. They were crying with laughter, and the auctioneer threw us out. Off we go back to the car, home to Surbiton. A week later, the phone rings in All Surrey Removals office. Hello, Mr. Chappell. Yes, says Roger. Here I am. What can I do for you? It's the auctioneers in Reading here. Oh yes, what can I do for you, says Roger. You owe us 300 quid. What, says Roger, what for? Glasses, Mr. Chappell, glasses. No, says Roger, I don't ever wear them, and put the phone down. As you all know, I'm sure as you've all met the cat at the home at the moment, Roger is an animal lover. And at the same time as all this shenanigans was happening at the restaurant, he lived in a shared flat in Surbiton. There was a cat there as well, called Morgan, I think. Morgan Hill. But also resident in the house was a small Jack Russell dog. Someone or other given it to Roger to look after while they were away, and he'd taken sympathy and said, yes, we'll have the dog as well. So one morning, Roger's in the bathroom, stark naked, preening himself in front of the mirror, ready to go out. In runs the Jack Russell, jumps up, and bites Roger on the todger. Screams from the bathroom. Now, as you know, blood poisoning can be a serious thing. Very serious. But in this case, it didn't last long, and the dog died 2 days later. If you slip Roger 100 euros, he'll show you the scars. So, Roger, thanks for all the fun, thanks for all the laughter. It's been great. And I hope to be back here in 10 years' time for your 90th.
Birthday, dear Roger. Happy birthday to you. 3 cheers, hip hop! Hip hop! Hip hop!
I'm out of here and I'm letting you professionals get on with it. Good evening, goodbye, good night.
And more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the budget of this time, and more, much more than this, I did it